Hey there, Average Bob here. This video is going to be a bit different. I want to do more just talking about New World, some things they could change, add, make the game a little more dynamic. So one of the things is with gathering resources. You're pretty much just getting one type of resource from each thing. Like you got meat and hide there. Trees only give you one type of wood. And I think they could change that. Like a young tree, get green wood. That's fine. Maybe add moats to it, air moats. Herbs could have like one or two earth moats kind of thing. You got the stuff on the rivers. You have those give different types of moats, like water. Just little things like that. It'd make gathering a little more dynamic. You get a little extra resources from not too much effort. I think it would actually add to the game. Animals could give life motes. Dead trees could give death motes. And when chopping trees, I think everybody has a problem with the logging. It is a grind, which is fine, but I think they could make it a little better. Like when you take out mature trees, it should give some of the green wood too. Maybe have a different type of wood. You have dead wood, green wood, aged wood, weird wood. Dead wood you could only use for charcoal, making more charcoal. As you go through, as a crafter, I go through a lot of wood. Like almost as much wood as I go through iron. But each tree could have just a small portion of dead wood in it, and that could be added into charcoal. Mature trees could have aged wood, a little bit of green wood, and a little bit of dead wood. And just kind of tier it like that. Another thing, we can make the skybox a little better. It looks fine, passable, but other games have done a lot better job. And they could take a little bit from that. Yeah, like in running between places. That is another thing that they it makes you feel like they want you to run between places. But they kind of need a sprint button. Maybe not mounts, because that would just completely avoid combat or something. But a sprint button would be nice. It'd be going a little faster than mobs and maybe not pull aggro as much on lower level mobs. Because everybody loves it when they're level 20 and a level 6 wolf jumps at them and interrupts their running. And the market. The market's a bit of a tricky thing. A market can be nice to have, completely player driven economy. I like it. I like the idea. I just wish there was some kind of barter system in it. Because there are some things that I could list for gold and resources. And or resources. Like when I make a star metal tool. I can list it for 1,000 gold or say 100 flux, 100 of the sand flux, and you get to choose which one you pay. Because a lot of people have extra resources that they don't use, just sitting in their inventory. I know I have a ton. And it would be nice to just barter some of that. And kind of the problem with that I see is you would have to give a value to each item. And they're trying to avoid that by having a player-driven economy. Economies are hard in video games. Because any testing they do does not scale up very well at all. If they're testing with 1,000 people, it's not going to represent what happens when 200,000 people start playing. Especially since the 1,000 people who are playing know the systems a lot better than we do. And they don't want to abuse it for the most part, but players will abuse systems nonstop, constantly. But one way to fix the having to give value to everything is they could have a dynamic value system that actually calculates value based on what has sold. Like for every 20 units of an item sold that at a certain price, it adds that price to the calculation. And it just keep track of everything within like a 24-hour period. So if Sandflux is someone sells 100 of it at 5 gold a piece, you would add like 4 instances of 5 gold to the average. And if somebody sold 100 Sandflux at 10 gold a piece, then that would change the value. And it would actually keep an updated real-time value of everything. And that way they would avoid them having to put hard numbers into items that they don't want to do. Because as soon as you put a hard value into something, that's going to affect what people want to buy and sell stuff for. And it would be nice if you had a tab that sold just in your inventory here, just a trade tab. Keep track of everything that's bought and sold through the trading post for you. It would be very nice and appreciated. Because like I got on this morning and I had more gold, but I don't know what sold. I'd have to go through everything just to figure it out. And I made a bunch of star metal weapons yesterday, a bunch of hatchets, and put them up on the market, ones I didn't want, and I don't know which one sold. I know probably a couple of them sold. It would be nice to see which weapons are selling, which abilities, kind of thing. That way I can know if one type of ability does not sell, I can change that. I can just not sell that type of weapon. Concentrate on the stuff that does sell. Yeah, the dynamic the dynamic gathering would help a lot. You have multiple different types of resources. It's like the only way to get fiber right now is hemp. Hemp is a big thing. And if you want fiber, I think you should be able to go to the tanning station and turn hides into fiber instead of leather. Basically just strip off all the fur, turn that into fiber. Maybe not as much as plant-based fiber, but it'd still be a little bit. Another source. Especially since, yeah, hemp only grows in certain places. There's little patches of it all over the place, but you just kind of need to go to certain places and fight for it a little bit because people need fiber. Like, I need a lot of fiber for the armor I'm making right now to level up. And I like all the changes they've made so far. I put a lot of time into both betas, and the crafting system is probably the most noticeable thing they enhanced, and it is so nice. The crafting feels really good. The gathering feels pretty much the same. And they could change it, make it a little better, I think. Yeah, those are kind of my thoughts and insights in the game. If you have any other ideas, let me know. I'd love to hear them and have a discussion about them. Because I think this game has really good potential. This could be a very long-term game for a lot of people. Like, I can't wait till they implement the island in the release game. I want to kind of know where it's going to be. Yeah, it'll be great. All right, thank you for watching.